Welcome back to Skeledon, Bushcraft and Survival. And today, Captain Blackbeard and I, we're going to clear out this area back here. A long time ago, the cow used to be there. It's been years and it's grown up. So, to get some ground clearance, he's going to be bringing up the tractor and we're going to be clearing it out. That's the plan anyway. Old Ford 7700 in action. Yeah.
Good old Husqvarna chainsaws. Oh, Husqvarna chainsaw. cut down the locust. We're gonna have to call it a day. Come up with a new plan. That's a nice locust. That's a locust. This is what we used to call the Locust Grove, and it's getting kind of scarce on locusts, which are excellent trees to have around a farm for building fences and buildings and all kinds of stuff, plus excellent firewood. So we may have to come back here and scout out a new path. But I do see several locust trams, so that's encouraging. We're going to back on out of here and find something more productive to do for the rest of the day. Thank you very much.
While we're here, figure to go ahead and go around the tractor and show all the cool little bits about it. I'll let Captain Blackbeard take over on that and let him show you.
I will try. Hello, people. As stated before, this is a Ford 7700. It was made for farming, and I can't see what I'm pointing at until I fix this. There. The front axle here is adjustable. You can slide it in or out to get the width you need to match your row crops. The drive linkage and everything is adjustable. It's got counterweights on the front, so when you're in a hard pull, it doesn't rev up in the air as easily. For the winter time, it's got this button here, which is a fuel enrichment. You open the throttle halfway, push that in, and it's like choking a gasoline engine. And there's this nest here. It also has a manifold heater, but you can't see up in there. But it injects fuel into the intake manifold and lights it to heat up the incoming air to make it start better in cold weather. Battery sits down here underneath it. It's got a foot throttle. You drive it like a car, and it's got a hand throttle you can set. We'll do the rest of those when we get up top. On this side, it has a turbocharger, power steering, and the power steering lines. Got a 19-gallon saddle tank down here, and a 28-gallon main tank under the hood here. 47 gallons total. Instrument, pretty simple. Got your fuel gauge here. It's got the two fuel tank switches right there, tank 1 and tank 2. The light here for the four-way flashers or the rear work light. Like I say, that's fuel gauge, that's your oil pressure, air cleaner restriction, tachometer with hour gauge, engine temperature, and alternator if it's charging. The key switch down here has the off position, run position. Turn it straight across, and that is your heat for cold weather. Preheat the manifold, and you turn it all the way to start. It's an old handy dandy pull kill switch here to shut it off, and the headlights. You got your clutch pedal and a dual power. The dual power, modern tractors with synchronized transmissions and everything, they really don't use this anymore. But it lets you shift from a high gear to a lower gear when field conditions, you know, maybe you run out of power and you need a little extra power to get through a tough spot. You kick that down to low. When you're through it, you kick it back to high. It's got the two brakes, left wheel and right wheel, which can be used to assist in making a tight turn. And it's got a bar you can flip across to lock them together so that they operate equally for highway driving and stuff. And it's got a lever there you pull to lock the brake. Well, here you got your main transmission with 4 forward speeds in the reverse and a high-low. So between those 4, these 2, and those 2, you get a total of 16 different speeds you can choose. This lever raises and lowers the 3-point hitch arms. And if you put the hydraulic cylinder in the top remotes on the rear and pull this, the cylinder will extend with the arms, which is great for like a semi-mounted plow. This is independent, so you can operate the cylinders by itself without changing the lift arm. This is your power takeoff. This is your draft control. You've got draft and position and load monitor. Load monitor is similar to draft, but for use with the hydraulic cylinders, which has to have the special cylinder. This is just a speed control that is never used. And this is a lock you can adjust, so when you lower your arms, it stops at the spot you want. So if you're plowing, you always go back to the same depth every time. There's really nothing on the other side except the toolbox and the work light and the flasher light. And they always tell you not to use this as a seat, but everybody does. Works great. Just make sure nobody falls off in front of the tire right there. And that is it for up here, aside from the seat I'm sitting on. I mentioned sliding the front wheels in and out. This tractor has what are called spin-out wheels. You've got locks here that you set where you want the wheel to be. You loosen these lug nuts, and then you actually get in, fire the tractor up, put it in gear, and spin the reel whichever way you want to slide it in or out. Which is great when you're farming, because you don't always need the same wheel spacing. Sometimes you need it narrow, sometimes you need it wide. And these wheels have 800 pounds of fluid in them for counterweights. Look here, the 3-point linkage and the 2 hydraulic remotes. This top one operates with the arms. The bottom one is independent. We've got a boom on here now. We actually had the grader on earlier, mashing these weeds down. You can see in there is the cover over the power takeoff shaft for operating mowers and balers or whatever. And it's still got the old good style of adjustable linkage. New tractors for some reason did away with that, and they're not nearly as good. I'm sorry, they're not. The old sign is needing a replacement. And oh yeah, it even has tilt wheel. Well, I think that pretty much covers the tractor. I'll turn this back over to him.
Well, I think that's going to do it for today. Glad you came along with us. And if you like the video, smash the like button. If you're new, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. Until next time, we look forward to seeing you soon.
And we'll accept a bulldozer if you have one to give away.
Yeah, hey Lars. Come on over.